Hello and welcome to my page, Messages from Venus. You guys, this is a client reading. This is the Dial Up Your Guides reading, where I will be using 3 decks. I don't know if I'm going to be using anything else, but I'm going to be using 3 decks. The names of the decks are going to be listed below. And for those of you that don't know, this is a reading where you can connect to your spirit guides to get you the answers that you need in regards to the direct message that they want you to have, in regards to whatever they need you to focus on or situations in your life. Excuse me, I just burped. This reading, I almost always use the spread that I created for this reading. In the beginning, I wanted to not use the spread for you, but I'm gonna use it now that I'm in the setting and in the mood, because I feel like there's certain things about like possibly past lives or like reincarnation or redoing of something or reassurance of something that you need to know or you would like to hear. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards, I'm gonna lay them out, and then I'll give you the message. So let's just start off here. I'm going to move the camera back a little bit. I shuffle a lot. Okay. And so the 2 cards up here is the direct message from your guides, or what they want you to focus on as of right now. And you have change. You are transforming, let go of the past, embrace the light, and joy of this day. And I don't know if you recall from the beginning of the first few minutes of your reading, I said there was something about the past. I feel like it's not only the past of this life that you want to change, but you're unconsciously trying to recreate or trying to put the puzzle pieces together of your past life. I feel like you find yourself asking yourself questions like, was this a connection to the past life? Or when you find yourself either dating or having a connection with a spouse or a loved one, you find yourself asking yourself, like, is this a connection to the past life? Were we together? Is this something that I should be cautious about? Is this something that I should be referencing to or taking note of so that I can fix something in this life? And then you have dance. You have find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. And I feel like both of these cards are basically letting you know that sometimes being too cautious or being too conscious of everything or of the all in human form, in the body that you live in today, it's difficult to be part of the all. It's difficult to be totally and completely conscious. Your brain as a human isn't even totally and completely conscious. We only use like 10-50% or something like that, like 10 or 15. I don't think people even use 50% of their brains. So I feel like allow the change to happen and allow change to happen at the beat of its own drum. Try not to want to change things how you want to change things, or try to connect all the pieces of the puzzle when you don't have the answers. And I think your guides don't want you to have the answers. They want you to live in the moment, within the experience, at the right now. They want you to get and consume all the energies of each experience in your life, as opposed to thinking, well, what if I would have never done this 5 minutes ago? Maybe this would have been different. Or if I do this now, then, thinking about the future, as opposed to allowing yourself to live for the moment. They're asking me to do the last two cards, which is what lays beneath the surface, to give you some sort of peace of mind. And I've also heard, or I feel like you're very much connected to the Mother Earth. I don't know if somewhere in your astrology you have a lot of earth in your signs, or your signs are a lot of the earth signs, or perhaps either your sun or your moon are earth signs. But they're asking you to stay grounded. They're asking you to stay connected to the earth. Stay here. No past life recall. No like serious meditation sessions. I feel like there's something chemically in your body that allows you to do those type of meditations, or will allow you to do those type of meditations or situations much faster than everybody else. But I feel like your guides, as of right now, they need you to stay here. They need you to stay in the experience of your life here. So as John Doe, my experience as John Doe is important, more important than my experience as Mary Jane past life, So the first card that you have, and what lays beneath the surface, is mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. And then you have reconciliation. Remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step. So what lays beneath the surface is that I feel like your past will come back to you no matter what. Even if it's something or someone that you had a past life connection with. Don't think like, okay, I had a reading a month ago, or I had a reading some time ago, and they told me that I have a connection with this person and it's a past life connection and I must keep it. That actually drives the person away, or drives the relationship away. So try to have sympathy for yourself. Try to have compassion for yourself. And then allow yourself to stay in the moment, which will allow space for the person. Because I do feel like it's a person. You're waiting for somebody to walk through those doors, and you have a reconciliation with that person. I also feel like there's a energy or deceased, either mom or a female in your life that passed away, and you're thinking about that person or have thought about that person lately, the certain little things like numbers and things of the matter that come up for you. I feel like you have to know this. In this life, we're here in the physical realm, right? In the next life, or in whatever happens between matter and spirit, or the transition of what people would like to call death, it's really an illusion, because you don't die. You're always conscious. You just become conscious. You become one with the all. And one day you will reconcile or reunite with that person. I feel like telling you that person is okay. I feel like telling you that you will recover from the situation, whatever your loss was. But I do feel like it's a motherly figure, or a mother or a woman in your life. And it might as well be also a connection in the past life, or a motherly figure, or someone that was your mom in the past life that watches over you, and you will reconcile with that person or meet with that person once again. Now I'm gonna start with your guides that have to do with elements. Now, if you see, the theme of your cards is a lot of like fairies and water people, water people meaning like nymphs or butterflies. I feel like the energy of the fairies are very much around you. So if you like fairies or want to connect with the fairies, there's like incense that you can get or purchase to connect yourself with the fairy world, because I do feel like that's something that's around you a lot. I also feel like you're in your thoughts a lot, and so therefore a lot of fairies or dragons or anything mystical that has wings, butterflies, which is also a symbol of transformation or transfiguration, will be connected to you around this certain around this time of the year, or around this specific transition that you're going through in your life. But it's only because you're in your head a lot. So so let's get started with that. And your air guides want to tell you that what they think is best for you, which is the section that is for the air signs, what they think is best for you is a totally and completely new beginning. This can be in matters of the heart. This can be in matters of emotions. This can be in matters of just a new way of emotionally dealing with your emotions. And the card that you have is the number 49. Oh no. And it's funny how these two mismatch together, or like contradict one another, because you have a card that says, yes, go ahead. That's a symbol of moving forward or movements with your emotions. Yes, go ahead with something that's emotional. But the oh no card to me symbolizes don't overdo it, don't overflow it, don't overreact when it comes to your emotions or your connections to people that can provide you emotional stability. I feel like you're a very sensitive person, not because you're a crybaby or because you are emotionally attached to people. I feel like you're just plain and simply this type of person whom feels other people. You're kind of just always there, just feeling other people. So sometimes it's hard to disconnect yourself from feeling what you're feeling for the day and feeling what everybody else is feeling for the day. And so it causes you to overflow of emotions and not disconnect from your workspace or your career or your relationships with people during the day. Clear quartz are good for that when it comes to cleansing or stopping yourself from overflow of emotions or overflow of energy, overflow of anything. So yes, what they think is best for yourself is allowing yourself to start in a new relationship, allowing yourself to grow when it comes to your emotions, but don't overly attach and don't overdo things. Then you have Earth, which is what's going on in your life. Sometimes we think what's going on in our lives, we know that what's going on in our lives at this very moment in time, but we really don't know. We have like no idea or no clue. And I feel like during periods of transition, it's not good to try to manifest too much or try to do too much for yourself when it comes to forcing energies or forcing things, because you don't know what's the universe is trying to obtain for you, or you don't know what the next step is. So it's good to lay low and just go with the flow like you were advised here. So now you have the High Priestess and you have the Lord of the Forest. And what's going on, I feel, is that you either broke up a relationship or disconnected yourself from somebody when it comes to a relationship or an emotional attachment with somebody. And your intuition is telling you exactly what to do with this person. And I feel like your intuition and reality keep you apart. When it comes to making a decision in regards to this person. And it's funny that the Lord of the Forest came out because this Lord or this individual is an earth sign and is connected to the plants and energies that have to do with flowers and money and prosperity. And sometimes I feel like that can be too much. I explain myself. Having somebody there that's too grounded and you being so overly emotional or overly connected might drain your energy, because you are a free thinking spirit, and I feel like this person is not a free thinking spirit. I feel like this person that you're dealing with and that you know exactly what you should be doing and you're just not following your intuition with this person, I feel like it causes a contradiction. Now, I'm going to pull some cards with my Piatnik deck in regards to what you should do. Okay. And again, it's giving you you have the Journey card, you have the Love card, and you have the Judge card. And I feel like the overall message is that, yes, start something new. You can stay with this person, but just know that this person is the type of person whom will constantly either be judging you or you will be judging them, because I feel like you're so different. Even though, yes, you might have a connection with this person, you might be married with this person, but you guys are like total opposites. You're like air sign and he's earth sign, and so he will never be able to ground you. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like he will never be able to ground you, and then you in turn will judge the way he loves you or judge the way that he gives to you or provides to you. He's good with money, he's good with attending you, but what is missing is the emotional attachment. The way he loves and the way you love are totally and completely different, is what I'm seeing. Then you have the fire signs, and the fire guides are asking you what is the best advice from your guides, or what is the best advice coming from them about in regards to what you should do in your life. You have the 10 of Wands in reverse, and then you have the Magician. Let me just put it like this. Maybe, I don't know, because it is in reverse. I want you to see it for exactly how I see it on top of the table. So I feel like this energy is letting you know that you can do whatever you want. You are the creator of your own destiny. You don't have to be attached to people telling you what to do with yourself, or being attached to outcomes that should have happened 2-3 months ago, a year ago at that. Okay, so loosen yourself up, losing yourself to a certain amount of responsibilities, paying your bills on time, having this image, being the independent woman, being the almighty woman, being on top of everything, not knowing how to allow somebody to cater to you. I feel like that's also a little bit of an issue. Let go of that, okay? Let go of the attachments and overdoing it. And overdoing the responsibilities as well. We all have responsibilities, but I feel like your guys want you to relax. This is a period of transition and moving forward where allow other people to do more for you. So if you're in a relationship with this person and this person is doing for you, great. Let that person do for you. This is the way they love. Okay? This is the way they love. This is the way they show love. And if you're the type of person to give too many gifts and do too much for people or for men or whoever you're in a relationship with, it's coming off as a man, but it can be a woman. But if you're the type of person that gives too much, let go of giving too much. Let go of that burden and that responsibility. Then you have your guides, your water guides, and this section talks about what's going on with the relationships around you, which we touched on a little bit. And this is called Pan, or the Pan. And then you have the 7 of Cups in reverse. And this section of your life is telling me that you want to release yourself or have released yourself of the illusion of what a perfect relationship should be. And I feel like at this very moment in time, you're going through the situation and you're going through this breakup or transition so that you can release what you think it's the norm or what you feel should be happening at this very moment in time. I feel like you have a certain standard of like, this is what a man should do, this is what a woman should do, as opposed to just allowing things to flow, or allowing the relationship to flourish how it's supposed to flourish, and accepting people for who they really are. I'm gonna pull a card from this deck. This is the Greetings from Masters, Mystics, Saints, and Gemstones Guardians deck. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not the name of this deck. Anyway, I'll put the name of the deck at the bottom. I don't know if you read cards or you pull cards for yourself on a daily basis. You don't have to be a reader to pull cards for yourself. Let's see. All right, and you have Petrified Wood. Are you ready to uncover the knowledge and wisdom buried within you? Are you willing to use these gifts to empower you? Messages and dreams brought to you by the angels offer you much of what you need. Use the experience you gained over your lifetimes as the foundation for a successful, happy life right now. So it's use information. If you have information of what's going on or what has happened in your past life, use it to your advantage, but try not to live there. Try not to relive that life or be attached to that life or be attached to people that come forward from that life or from those lives. Then you have St. Joseph of Nazareth. Archangels orchestrate my dreams to help me with my life. My dreams and visions are easy to remember and understand. I take action based on angelic messages. I recognize the value of the past and use those experiences as stepping stones for the future. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your past. It's only a learning experience as opposed to you being so overly attached to having that same experience in this life. If you're having that same experience, then you having a new life or having this life will be meaningless. It won't have a new meaning. So if you have a connection with your past life lover, or if this person is a past life lover, try to let go of what the norm is and what you think is okay when it comes to relationships. Now, also keeping in mind to always keep a balance. The key to it all is keeping a balance. If you're doing too much and you're too responsible with the energy of the Ten of Wands, or your emotions seem more like a burden than happiness, then release them. And you can release them in many ways. You can release them by going out with your friends. You can release them by speaking to your partner. And if this person has already left your life, and this is somebody whom you are wanting to get back with, and that's a situation that you find yourself in, because I do see that as a predicament as well, or some sort of situation, welcome them back with open arms without the judgment. Don't judge what they've been doing. Don't point the finger at what they've been doing. Try to release yourself from those burdens. And whatever they've done by the time they left your life until now is pretty much none of your business, and vice versa. Because you weren't together. The energies weren't together. I'm trying to see if they have anything else to tell me. But I think that's all. I think that's all when it comes to your reading. I'm not getting anything else. And I hope this reading resonates with you. I hope that you can start a new beginning and that this transition period isn't as stressful. I know it's easier said than done, but I hope that you can release all the anxiety when it comes to this lover and your past lives and having connections with people from your past lives. It only heightens the anxiety when you overthink the connections. So I hope you have a fantastic night or day wherever you are, and let me know if you have any questions.